Here comes two more riders today. Woo! I'm not the only fool out here. Hey guys, Harley Moon back with you again. It's a wonderful 59 degrees on January the 10th. Beautiful weather, huh, for riding? Well, a little bit windy, but who would ever thunk that you'd be out near the middle of January and I don't even have the heated gear on. Huh. Don't really need it today. It's beautiful. Just a little windy, but not so bad otherwise. Just been out on a little ride today, and looks like the next 3 or 4 days is going to be fairly nice. So I may get to ride a couple of times this week. There's supposed to be rain tomorrow night, but I think most of tomorrow, and it could get up into the mid-upper 60s tomorrow and Sunday, but I think Sunday's going to be a rainy day. But the whole week, according to my weather up here, is supposed to be in the 50s. So anything above 45, I can ride. Well, I'd ride below that, but I'm more comfortable at 45. Don't know about you guys. I see a lot of you guys out there riding at minus or 32 degrees or less, and I'm saying, I won't do that because at 32 degrees, water freezes, right? Well, that would tell me that I could come around a corner and hit a sheet of ice and not even know it was there before I was gone. So I choose not to ride when it gets down to that cold. Just to me, it's common sense. I don't have to. I'm retired. I don't have to drive to work or ride to work. I don't work, so I can choose when I want to ride. And I choose to ride when it's warm. How about you guys? The warmer the better as far as I'm concerned. But waiting for spring. Only like about 80-something days till spring, so it ain't going to be long, guys. We're in a new decade, a new year, a new everything. And I hope everybody's new year was great. They're even out here in the fields working the fields already. Can you figure? I don't know. This guy's picking up hay bales there. Picking up hay. Yeah. Or sod. That might have been sod. But yeah. Good day to be out riding, so that's what I'm doing. I mean, even the fields are turning green because that's winter wheat. You expect that to be green in the wintertime. But my grass at home has even turned a little bit greener. We just haven't had the cold weather to really knock it down and all that. Hopefully by the end of January, we'll at least see some snow. Delaware, for my part, where I'm at, has received just flakes. Nothing to accumulate on the ground all year long. We had a little dusting one morning, just laid on the grass. That was about it. But so far, our weather's been absolutely nice. A couple of cold nights, but I don't ride at night. Not when it's cold anyway. I think today is the first day I've actually had the GoPro 8 actually recording in standard 2.7K 30 frames a second. Every time I put this camera on this helmet and I turned it on, it went into time warp, and it says it uses the last one that you used. Well, every time I set it back to standard mode and I start the camera again, it goes into time warp. Anybody got an answer for that? I haven't figured it out yet. I used my app on my phone to look at it today, and sure enough, when it started recording, it came up in time warp mode, and I said, well, that's been my problem every time I've got on the bike with the GoPro 8. I don't think it's an issue with the camera. I think it's more an issue with the operator. 90% of the stuff that I have going wrong is my fault. Me. Okay? So, hopefully I've got it working this time. I don't know. We'll wait to see what the jury has to say when I put it in the machine to download the files. But I'm going to just let it record. I've got it powered up. I've got a cord to it, keeping power on it, so it'll run till one of the batteries run out or the card gets full. One of the two. So I'm just wanting to find out if this thing actually works right for me. As I said, I got it in 2.7K. Everybody I've talked to or seen using the GoPro 8s, they prefer the 2.7K because when you put it up on YouTube, it downgrades it anyway. And if you're doing 1080, you can downgrade it to probably 720, even though you recorded in 1080. So hopefully at 2.7K, it will record in, at least upload in 1080. I know the Hero 4 Session, Hero 4 Silver, really records nice, clear, crisp video at 2.7K. And it seems to do quite well when I put it up on YouTube. So this is all just a trial run again, a test run. And maybe I got all cameras working. We got 3 today. 2 on the helmet. And hopefully 3 audio tracks. So I'll be able to sync well. I can sync on my movie studio pretty well with audio tracks. But boy, I have a time of syncing it with video. I generally use my hand and hold my hand in front of the camera, and that pretty much gives me the point where I need to look to sync it. So I'm still in a learning process, guys. I'm a newbie at this, you know. But it'll be all right. We'll get her done one way or the other. Maybe today I'll have some success and have 3 actual videos that I can possibly use. Like I say, it's a beautiful day out here today. Just kind of nice, kind of comfortable ride. I've actually got my windscreen up on my helmet because I don't really need it down. It says it's 59 degrees, but that sun feels a little bit warmer. And I'm enjoying it. Anytime I can get out and ride in January, I'll enjoy it. This is my second ride this year. I did ride on the first day of January, and I did about 80 miles, 100 miles, something like that. Don't know. But it was a nice day that day, too. I think we had 48 or 49 degrees. I'm comfortable at 49 degrees, no problem. I think I'm going to put my sun shield down. Woo! Maybe. I get it. There, I got it. You guys watched me have fun with that, wasn't you? Now my glasses fell down on me. But like I say, just out on the back roads, I've got one more stop to make, which is about 50 miles away. So I'm just going to take my time and enjoy it and have a good ride. Guys, back a few years ago, this field out here, before we had a C5 crash, it was all pilot error. If I can find a picture of it, I'll put it up on my screen here so you can see it. It was in this field here where it was landed. Not a good place. It broke apart pretty bad, I think with 3 pieces, and there was no loss of life. It had a full load of cargo on it, and we had to come over here and actually work the aircraft to download the cargo. that was an interesting time, to say the least, guys. I'll try to get a picture of it, put it up. It took them almost 2 months to get it out of the field. They cut it up in pieces and hauled it out on a truck. We took the cockpit area, they cut that completely free of everything, and we shipped that one out on an aircraft to be a simulator for training pilots. The cockpit was still completely intact, so I think I got a picture or two of that too I'll toss up. But that was an interesting time. I'd never seen a C5 crash, especially here at Dover, and I've been here for a lot of years, and that's the only incident we ever had. As I said, it was completely attributed to pilot error. When they took off, they had an engine malfunction. I can't remember which engine it was, but I get in traffic here, finish my story. But what had happened, like I say, they lost an engine, and they called in an emergency and turned around, and instead of feathering down the bad engine, they feathered down a good engine, and now they was only flying on 2. And the cockpit recordings kept indicating that they had some issues. They didn't know what was going on. They didn't know why, but they couldn't gain altitude. And it just came in and too slow, and they lost it completely, and of course it landed in the field. Well, it hit the field pretty hard. Like I said, it broke into 3 pieces. And the investigation indicated that the pilots did not have the proper training to do what they needed to do on that aircraft. They were not Air Force pilots. Well, they were National Guard pilots, Air National Guard. And they come in here reserved. They come in and fly like that all the time. But since that time, I think they've ensured that the pilots are more well trained and capable of handling a large aircraft such as a C5. But interesting time for sure. I got up that morning, was getting ready to go to work, and it come across the news that that had a C5 crash at Dover Air Force Base. I was like, holy crap. And I got to go to work. Well, it didn't affect me. It didn't affect the runways. They were still able to use the runways and everything because it was out in that field. All right, guys, end of that little story. Sunshiny day. Well, partly sunny, partly cloudy. Who's counting? Still 60 degrees. I'm enjoying the ride. Got one more stop to make. About 30 miles from here. You guys take care, and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. Don't you come out there, dude. I'm in the road. Thank you.